Most small business owners work 60, 70, even 80 hours per week and barely break six figures. I run a $500,000 business in 20 hours per week. That's not a brag. That's a system. 3 years ago, I was working 65 hours a week, stressed, burned out, and my business was doing $120,000 a year. Today, I work 20 focused hours and we're at $500,000. The difference isn't talent or luck. It's 5 specific systems that took me from chaos to control. And in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to reveal the exact systems I use to run my business without sacrificing my life. These aren't vague productivity tips, these are the actual frameworks, tools, and processes that gave me my time back while 4xing my revenue. If you're drowning in your business instead of running it, this video is going to change everything. System number 1, the time blocking method. This is the foundation that makes everything else possible. Here's what most entrepreneurs do wrong: they treat their calendar like a suggestion. They let meetings, emails, and interruptions dictate their day. They wonder why they're busy all the time but not actually productive. Time blocking changed everything for me. Here's exactly how it works. Every Sunday evening, I build my week in 3 types of blocks. Deep work blocks: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Phone off. Notifications off. Door closed. This is where I do high-value work, strategy, content creation, financial planning, business development. 3 hours of deep work beats 8 hours of distracted work. Meeting blocks: Tuesday and Thursday, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. All client calls, team meetings, partner discussions happen in these windows. I don't take meetings outside these blocks unless it's an emergency. This prevents context switching that kills productivity. Admin blocks: every day, 30 minutes at 4:30 p.m. Email, Slack messages, quick decisions, administrative tasks. Batching these instead of reacting all day saves me 10+ hours per week. The rules are non-negotiable. 1. Deep work blocks are sacred. Someone wants a meeting during deep work? I'm booked then. I have availability Tuesday at 2 p.m. or Thursday at 3 p.m. 2. Protect the block borders. A 1-hour meeting doesn't bleed into 90 minutes. When time's up, it's up. 3. Build in buffer blocks. I schedule nothing from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and nothing after 5 p.m. This gives me flexibility for things that run over without destroying my entire schedule. Real result: this single system gave me back 15 hours per week. I went from feeling like I was drowning to feeling like I controlled my time. Your calendar should serve you, not enslave you. System number 2, automation workflows. If you're doing the same task more than twice per week, it needs to be automated. I spent one entire weekend mapping every repetitive task in my business: client onboarding, invoicing, email responses, social media posting, data entry, reporting, everything. Then I systematically automated every single one. Here are the automations that saved me the most time. Client onboarding automation used to take me 2 hours per client. Now it's fully automated. When someone signs a contract, Zapier triggers, welcome email sent, calendar link for kickoff call, client portal access created, project management system updated, invoice generated and sent. Zero manual work. Client gets white glove experience. I save 8 to 10 hours per month. Email management automation. I use Boomerang and templates for 80% of my emails. Common questions? Template response with personalization. Follow-ups? Boomerang sends them automatically if I don't get a reply in 3 days. I cut email time from 2 hours daily to 30 minutes. Social media scheduling. I batch create content once per week, schedule everything using Buffer. 1 hour of focused work distributes content for 7 days. Used to spend 30 minutes daily scrambling for content. Financial reporting automation, connected QuickBooks to Google Sheets with Zapier. Every Monday at 8 a.m., I get an automated email with revenue, expenses, profit margin, and cash flow from the previous week. Used to manually pull this data for 2 hours monthly. CRM automation. When a lead comes in, they're automatically added to my CRM, tagged by source, added to an email nurture sequence, and assigned to follow-up tasks. No manual data entry. The tools I use: Zapier for connecting apps, Calendly for scheduling, Boomerang for email, Buffer for social media, QuickBooks for accounting, Notion for documentation. Most have free or low-cost plans. Real result: these automations save me 12 to 15 hours per week. That's 60+ hours per month I'm not doing repetitive tasks. Instead, I'm working on my business, not in it. System number 3, the Delegation Framework. You can't scale if everything depends on you. Here's the hard truth. The reason you're working 60 hours per week is because you think you're the only one who can do it right. That's ego, and it's killing your business. I use the 70% rule. If someone else can do a task 70% as well as me, I delegate it. Not 100%. Not even 80%. Just 70%, because that frees me up to work on things where I'm truly irreplaceable. Here's my exact delegation framework. Step 1, Task Audit. I listed every single task I do in a month. Every email. Every project. Every decision. Everything. Step 2, Categorize using 4 quadrants. High value plus only I can do, strategic planning, key client relationships, big financial decisions. These stay with me. High value plus others can do, content creation, client delivery, project management. Delegate with oversight. Low value plus others can do, email responses, scheduling, data entry, research. Delegate fully. Low value plus only I can do, nothing should be here. If it is, ask if it needs to be done at all. Step 3, Document everything before delegating. I created SOPs, standard operating procedures, for every task I delegate. Screen recordings, written steps, examples. This takes time up front but saves massive time long term. When my team member has questions, I send them to the SOP instead of explaining again. Step 4, Hire based on outcomes, not hours. I don't have full-time employees. I have specialists for specific outcomes. A virtual assistant for admin, 10 hours/week. A content editor for video work, 5 hours/week. A bookkeeper for financials, 3 hours/month. I pay for results, not attendance. Step 5, Weekly check-ins. Every Monday, 30-minute call with my core team. What's the priority this week? Any blockers? Any questions? This prevents constant interruptions throughout the week. Real result, delegation allowed me to drop from 60 hours to 20 hours per week while revenue actually increased. Why? Because I'm focused on the 20% of activities that drive 80% of results. Everything else is handled by people better suited for those tasks than me. System number 4, the priority matrix, also called the Eisenhower method. This is how I decide what actually deserves my attention. Most entrepreneurs confuse urgent with important. They spend their entire day on urgent tasks, emails, interruptions, other people's emergencies, and never get to the important work that actually grows their business. Here's the matrix I use every single morning. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. Crisis management, pressing deadlines, emergency client issues. Do these immediately. But here's the key, if you're spending most of your time here, your systems are broken. This should be less than 20% of your time. Quadrant 2, important but not urgent. Strategic planning, relationship building, learning, system building, content creation, health and exercise. This is where wealth is built. This should be 60 to 70% of your time. Schedule these in your deep work blocks. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. Most emails, most meetings, most interruptions, most phone calls. Delegate these or batch them in admin blocks. Never let these invade deep work time. Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important. Time wasters, busy work, excessive social media. Eliminate these completely. They don't deserve a second of your time. How I use this daily. Every morning, I brain dump every task on my plate. Then I categorize each one into the 4 quadrants. Quadrant 2 tasks go into my deep work blocks. Quadrant 3 tasks get delegated or batched. Quadrant 4 gets deleted. Quadrant 1 gets handled quickly so it doesn't derail my day. This takes 5 minutes every morning. It saves me from wasting hours on tasks that don't matter. Real example, last Tuesday, I had 23 things on my to-do list. Looked overwhelming. I ran it through the matrix. Only 4 were actually quadrant 1 or 2, truly urgent or important. The rest? Delegated 8, batched 7 for admin block, deleted 4 completely. I went from overwhelmed to focused in 5 minutes. The matrix doesn't just help you prioritize. It helps you say no. When someone asks for your time, run it through the matrix. If it's not quadrant 1 or 2, you have your answer. System number 5, the weekly planning ritual. This is the glue that holds all the other systems together. Every Sunday evening, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., I do my weekly planning. No exceptions. This 1 hour of planning saves me 10+ hours of wasted effort during the week. Here's the exact process. Step 1, review the previous week. 10 minutes. What went well? What didn't? What took longer than expected? What got dropped? I'm not judging myself, I'm gathering data. This makes me better every single week. Step 2. Brain dump everything for the coming week, 10 minutes. Client deliverables, meetings, projects, personal commitments, ideas, tasks, everything goes on paper. Get it out of your head and onto a list. Step 3. Run everything through the priority matrix, 10 minutes. Which tasks are quadrant 1 and 2? Those get scheduled. Which are quadrant 3? Those get delegated or batched. Which are quadrant 4? Those get deleted. Step 4. Time block the entire week, 15 minutes. Deep work blocks, meeting blocks, admin blocks, everything goes on the calendar. I schedule my top 3 priorities for the week into deep work blocks first. Everything else fills in around them. Step 5. Prepare for deep work, 10 minutes. For each deep work block, I create a mini agenda. What exactly will I work on? What's the outcome I want? What materials do I need? This prevents decision fatigue when the block starts. Step 6. Set my big 3, 5 minutes. What are the 3 most important outcomes this week? If I achieve only these 3 things, the week is a success. I write these on a sticky note on my monitor. This keeps me focused when distractions inevitably come. The power of this ritual. It transforms Sunday evening anxiety into Monday morning clarity. Instead of waking up wondering what to do, I wake up knowing exactly what matters. My week is designed, not reactive. Real result: since implementing this ritual 2 years ago, I haven't had a single week where I felt like I was just treading water. Every week moves the needle on something important. That compounds into massive progress over months and years. Now let me show you how these 5 systems work together in a typical week. Sunday evening, weekly planning ritual. I review last week, brain dump, prioritize, time block, and set my big 3. Monday morning, I arrive at my desk at 9 a.m. knowing exactly what I'm working on because I planned it Sunday. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. is a deep work block. Phone off. Email closed. I work on my top priority. Maybe it's creating content for the month, maybe it's strategic planning, maybe it's developing a new offer. Monday afternoon, admin block at 4:30 p.m. I batch all emails and Slack messages in 30 minutes because I'm not reacting to them all day. Most are handled by templates or delegation. Tuesday, meeting day. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. All my client calls and team check-ins happen. I'm not context switching between meetings and deep work, I'm fully present in meeting mode. My team runs most of these meetings using the SOPs I created. I'm just there for key decisions. Wednesday, another deep work block, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Working on another quadrant 2 priority. My automation workflows are running in the background, clients are being onboarded, invoices are being sent, social content is posting. I'm not thinking about any of that. Thursday, second meeting day. By batching meetings on Tuesday and Thursday, I have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday protected for actual productive work. Friday, final deep work block of the week. Then I do a mini review. Did I hit my big 3? What needs to roll to next week? What can I improve? The result? I'm working 20 focused hours. No evenings. No weekends. But every hour is high leverage work that actually moves the business forward. Meanwhile, my automations are running 24/7. My team is handling everything in their zones of genius. My clients are getting world-class service. And the business is growing. This isn't about working less because you're lazy. It's about working smarter because you're strategic. Alright, you've seen the 5 systems. Now let me give you a realistic implementation plan because trying to do all 5 at once will overwhelm you. Month 1, time blocking. Start here. This week, build a time-blocked calendar. Deep work blocks, meeting blocks, admin blocks. Protect the deep work ruthlessly. This alone will give you back hours. Month 2, priority matrix. Add the daily prioritization practice. Every morning, 5 minutes, categorize your tasks. Focus on quadrant 2 work during your deep work blocks. Month 3, weekly planning ritual. Implement the Sunday evening planning session. 1 hour to plan your week. This will compound the effectiveness of your time blocking and prioritization. Month 4, automation. Now that you have clarity on where your time goes, start automating. Pick your 3 most repetitive tasks and automate them. Add more each month. Month 5 to 6, delegation. With time freed up from automation, start documenting tasks for delegation. Hire your first part-time specialist. Start with admin or your weakest skill area. Your immediate next steps. Step 1. Download my free time blocking template and weekly planning worksheet, link in the description. Step 2. Block out your calendar for next week right now. 3 deep work blocks minimum. Step 3. Tomorrow morning, run your to-do list through the priority matrix. See how many tasks you can eliminate or delegate immediately. Free resources in the description. Time blocking template. Weekly planning worksheet. Priority matrix guide. Automation ideas by role. Delegation Framework PDF. Subscribe to this channel because I share systems like these every single week. Real frameworks that work, not vague productivity fluff. Comment below with your biggest time management challenge. Are you drowning in meetings? Distracted by emails? Can't delegate? Tell me, and I'll respond with specific advice. Here's the truth, you didn't start your business to work 80 hours per week. You started it for freedom, flexibility, and financial success. These systems are how you actually get there. Your business should serve your life, not consume it. With the right systems, you can have both, a thriving business and time to actually enjoy your life. Now go implement. Start with time blocking this week. I'll see you in the next video.